Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. Thank you for joining me wherever you're joining me. Rate the show, comment, agree, disagree. But whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated. If you're joining me on the YouTube channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment. If you're joining me on Facebook, make sure that you like the page. If you are joining me on Twitter, hit a little like, leave a little comment. We always appreciate it. Shout out to all the people who retweet the podcast in the morning when you see it up there. If you like what's being said, I really do appreciate it. You help the reach. So anytime you get a chance to hit the retweet, go ahead and retweet. I appreciate it. Never going to turn down an opportunity for a shameless plug to get more people to hear the message. And that's the thing. I don't have to lie about my intentions. When I first started podcasting, I did it because I wanted a way to get what I was thinking out there a lot faster. I wanted a way for people to quickly connect. I wanted the opportunity to talk directly to you, which is why I started doing these live, because I wanted you to hear not something that was carefully crafted or meticulously put together. I wanted you to hear raw. I wanted you to hear first thing off the dome in the morning. Every morning since I began doing this, you people have been the first people that I talk to on a regular basis. So if you're listening to this on Spotify, you're listening to my first thoughts of the day. The first time that I open my mouth in the morning is when I say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talk Spicy. It's a way for me to communicate, but it's also a way for me to continue to build my platform. I realized actually a few years ago, and I was telling someone else about this, that, I had always had this thought process. Well, the people who know, they know. The people who know. The people who know, they know that I'm about this sports thing, that I am a legitimate journalist, and I have legitimate knowledge about sports, not just football, but dang near every sport, that I have a passion for it. I never sought out to get followers. I never sought out to get subscribers. And then somewhere along the line, I realized that's a flawed logic, because the way in which the world works now, how you are able to advance and continue to do what you want to do. Actually, it was Luke I was speaking to about it. We talked about it on my Gene Therapy podcast. In order to be able to do what I love to do, I have to have some type of reach, some type of following. And so there's no reason for me to lie to you. This is a way that hopefully more of you begin to either follow because you like what I have to say, or you follow because you normally disagree with me and you want to be able to go, this dude don't know what he's talking about. Whatever the reason, that's what it is. But so many people out there find it difficult to just tell the truth. You want to know how many times in a relationship, or I've heard people talk about in relationships, well, if they would have just told me the truth, it wouldn't have been an issue. And a lot of times we'll squint our eyes at that because we think it's BS. A lot of times we tilt our head because we're like, if I told you the truth, would you really be cool with it? If I told you the truth, would you be okay with it, or would you have more smoke? But I think they're telling the truth. I know for me it's the truth. When you just say what's real, and you allow me to be able to make that determination for myself, a lot of times I say, okay, I might not agree with you, but I respect the fact that you're being truthful. Or, hey, that makes a lot of sense. I may not agree with you, but that makes a lot of sense. Hey, I might be mad at you. But I'm going to be okay with that. So like the idea of this is one that really is, you know, it's one that's like not foreign to me, but for some reason has an issue with people doing. People have an issue Yeah. So, if anybody's wondering why all of a sudden was not there for the last, I don't know, 5, 10 minutes, because my computer decided to shut down right in the middle of me talking. Yeah, it happens apparently. And that is why live is always so much fun. Where was I? Oh, so about telling the truth. It's harder for people to tell the truth. Is because when you tell the truth, you have to be willing to live with whatever the ramifications are from that truth. I think that's difficult for people. I think people tend to not be willing to deal with the ramifications from their truth. But once you're able to get beyond whatever your holdup is from not wanting to be told the truth, when you just tell people the truth, it makes stuff a lot easier. And quite honestly, it takes a lot of the stress off of your back. The reason I talk about truth is because for some reason, people find it difficult to just be honest. And I've never quite understood why, especially in sports. Baker Mayfield comes out at the end of the game and goes, hey, I'm really banged up. And so now they're going to shut him down for the last game and have surgery. And, there's people on both sides of the fence of it. Like, oh, well, he's, he tried to tough it out for his team. He tried to blah, 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 blah. I kind of fall somewhere in the middle. See, I believe that if you go out on the field, there are no excuses. I believe that if you're out on the field, that whatever the outcome is, that's what you have to live with. So I never understand why it is that Baker Mayfield can't just go, hey, I was bad. Like, why is it so difficult for him to just say, I just didn't have it today. I wasn't good today. It wasn't my day. I don't think people would be as upset if you just own what we all know. See, that's the problem, is when you try to deflect or you're not just fully truthful about things, that causes us to then dig deeper. Hey, I'm really big. I remember when he said it, weeks ago, hey, I'm beat up, and everybody talks about, oh, well, he has to have surgery on his shoulder, but it's his non-throwing shoulder. And so then it allows people to question you. Hey, but it's your non-throwing shoulder. Why is it that you seem to be throwing it to the other team? And what does your non-throwing shoulder have to do with throwing it to the other team? Because his interceptions aren't, oh my God, my arm's not working, I can't throw the ball anymore interceptions. They're, oh, I'm making bad decisions type of interceptions. And if that's the case, just say I'm making bad decisions. It's interesting to me too, because the organization at large, they don't help themselves. Hey, listen, are you all in on Baker? Or are you not all in on Baker? Because if you're not all in on Baker, then just say it so that everybody understands what's going on and that everybody can operate from a level of clarity. You know how many questions you don't get if you just say, hey, listen, we're not sold. Or if you said something like, hey, we appreciate what Baker's done, but he's going to have to do more. Like, if you said that, if you just made that clear, then people wouldn't have to question it. If you just made it clear, then people wouldn't have to worry about what it is you're trying to say superficially. So I don't understand why it is that most people don't just say what they're going to say. I don't understand why most people don't just tell the truth. It's interesting to me how many times the truth can be freeing. The Giants are talking about bringing back the head coach and the quarterback who have been atrocious for their team. Why? Because if you told us, hey, we believe in the direction that this team is taking underneath that head coach, we go, you're lying. This direction hasn't been good. It's been a mess. But the truth, if the truth is, hey, we just don't want to be paying, we don't want to be paying coaches that aren't working for us. Hey, we don't want to just throw away a first round pick on the quarterback. So we're going to hold on to him, hope that he gives us something of value that we can then trade away. If you said those things, then people might be like, oh, okay, I don't agree with it, but I understand. I don't agree with it, but I understand. Even if you said something like, even if they said something like, hey, you know, we've looked around the league and teams who flip coaches every 2 to 3 years, they tend to not be very good. Or they don't have sustained excellence. So our model is to give coaches time to get it right. If they said that, people would probably go, okay, I understand. I don't agree, but I understand. And now that stops all of the questions. See, lies or omitting the truth, they tend to start more questions. The truth usually stops all of the questions, but lying or omitting parts of the truth normally adds to the questions. So if you're going to tell people something, why make the job harder? See, this is the Aaron Rodgers thing. Aaron Rodgers makes life hard for himself and then looks for sympathy because life is harder. You people actually believed him and thought that he was in the right when he was out here saying that administration needed to think about him or bring him into the conversation when it came to personnel decisions. Are you crazy? Do you see the team that they've put around this guy? Why do they need his help? Because they didn't bring back a mediocre slot receiver that he had? What reason would they have to bring him into the fold? And all of you just jump right on the bandwagon, even though he was clearly lying to you, even though this is clearly a money play. You people just ate it up. Oh, well, yeah, they've disrespected him. No wonder he wants out. No wonder he's really not going to play. Come on, people. I never thought for a second Aaron Rodgers wasn't going to play. Not for a second. And guess who else didn't think for a second Aaron Rodgers was going to play? Aaron Rodgers. He knew what he was doing. He knew he had the leverage, not because he actually really had the leverage, but he knew he had the court of public opinion. And so if you have the court of public opinion, you can lie to people. And you were just out there eating it all up. Oh, yeah, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have no weapons. Why are they not going to get more receivers? Because they already gave a man 3-4 receivers, 2 tight ends, 3 backs, a full offensive line, and a defense. Oh, You guys think it's their fault that Green Bay didn't win the game against Tampa Bay last year? You think it's the coach's fault that Green Bay didn't win the game against Tampa Bay last year? Why? Because that's what Aaron Rodgers told you? Go back and watch the game. Aaron Rodgers was not good. That's why they lost. He made poor decisions. That's why they lost. But Aaron Rodgers will never come out and just tell you the truth. Hey, I wasn't very good. He'll deflect. He'll turn himself into the victim. I'm 100% sure that's probably why you've seen Aaron Rodgers flip between like really hot women as girlfriends over the last few years. Because they've probably gotten a whiff of that narcissistic nature of Aaron Rodgers and how he's able to flip everything to make the other person the enemy and to make himself look like the victim. But we've eaten it up. But as that comes, that means it's more work for Aaron Rodgers because now he has to answer so many more questions. If he would just tell the truth, there wouldn't be many questions. Hey, Aaron, are you getting vaccinated? No, I'm not. I'm going to do some alternative treatments that I believe are going to help me just as much as getting vaccinated. Okay, cool. Now everybody knows. Nah, he didn't want to do that. Oh, Aaron Rodgers, you told us you were vaccinated. Oh, yeah, see about that. You know, I just didn't want y'all all getting on me, and now I'm out here and look how y'all are trying to turn me into, like, wait a minute, dude. You didn't do the right thing. And now you're going to double down on a lie? And we're supposed to just eat it all up. Oh, yeah, we are. Because why? Because we love you because you're Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, but, you know, he's a really good dude. He's a really good quarterback. He's a bad man. Lying to you. What does that sound like? It sounds like a bad relationship, right? Oh, man, he treats you like crap. But, you know, he's got that beautiful smile and those eyes. Oh, but he buys me things. That sounds like a relationship. A bad one. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could give you any kind of advice, it would be to just tell the truth and get it out the way. If you make a mistake, I made a mistake. If you make a mistake, just say, hey, I made a mistake. If you didn't get something right, hey, I got that wrong. If you didn't go hard on something, hey, I can give you more, my bad. Because after you just lay it out, what else do people have to say? Like, really, what else do people have to say? Hey, were you looking at that girl's booty? Yep, I was. Now what she's going to say? Right? We make things so much more difficult than they have to be because we just don't want to, because we don't know the outcome once we tell the truth. But here's the outcome once you tell the truth. When you tell somebody the truth, they either accept it or they don't. You don't owe anybody any explanation beyond the truth. Baker Mayfield comes out there, hey, I'm not playing well right now. Truth. What else would he have to say? What else do you want him to say? Oh, Baker, why do you think you're not playing great? Well, if I knew that answer, then I wouldn't be playing poorly, right? Like if I knew why I wasn't playing great, then I wouldn't be playing poorly. But the bottom line is I need to play better. That's one of the things that people hated about Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston would come in after a bad game and just say, hey, I need to play better. And people didn't like that. People were waiting for the excuses. And he didn't make excuses. He just said, I needed to play better. So much. He told the truth so much that you people started actually disliking him because he told the truth. Well, at some point, he's going to have to come in here and say something other than I didn't play well. But what else do you want him to say? If he didn't play well, and he tells you, hey, I didn't play well, I need to play better, what else would you like him to say? It's the hypocrisy, right? Telling the truth is the easiest thing to do. And living with the consequences from the truth is something that we all should be willing to do. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Talk Spicy. I'm Coach Gene Clemens. We do this thing a few times a week. Rate the show, comment, agree, disagree. But whatever you do, keep it spicy. 5-star ratings are appreciated. If you're joining me on the channels, you know what they are. Like, subscribe. We'll see you later. Peace.